Okay, so after some consideration, I am leaning a little bit more toward intake gasket. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the manifold off. We're going to break all these heads off these bolts, but I think we're going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to get to work on that, or getting ready for that, and I'll let y'all watch a little of that and laugh at me as I break them off. But I think it's got to be done. So here we go. Okay, so definitely changed my mind. We're going to take the intake and exhaust manifold off. Good news is these bolts are actually cooperating. I left this alone so I could show it on camera, but I gave all of them a little tap with a hammer, and they all seem to be coming loose pretty well. I haven't touched any of these inner ones yet, but the two end ones have cooperated. So we're going to start with our end ones and get them a little loose, and then just work my way down, and then I'll take off the inner ones, and then the outer ones will be my last, and we'll pull this off, and hopefully we have a cracked intake manifold gasket somewhere along the line. So let's give this one a try here. Oh, that's another one being successfully removed. That's great. Oh, I was so nervous about removing these. I figured I was going to snap the head off every single one. So far, we're being cooperative. Let's give that one a little tap. See what. I think that one's going to give me the trouble. So even if we break one off, maybe that's not too bad, but hopefully that's not going to happen here. I don't, man, I don't need that. No, I don't. Get back on there now, come on, there we go. Okay, there we go. So not too bad. Now, this part's probably pretty boring because all this is going to have to be done with the wrench, because that's definitely too tight for me to get any sockets in. But as you can see, this is going pretty smooth. I'm going to run through these real quick, and once I get them loosened up and off, I will come back. Okay, welcome back to the fun part of knocking this thing loose. I didn't have any trouble with any of the bolts, so that's great. Sorry if this background noise is too much. I got the heater running, it's a little cool out here. So got that going. Oh, yeah, there we go, perfect. That's awesome. Okay. Okay, so And there's these little metal rings here. I'll have to pull that out. These little metal rings are alignment rings for the manifold, and you gotta put it back on. Stuck a little bit. Alright, well, got that off. It's my part of the throttle assembly there. I'm gonna take that apart, clean it up real good, and lubricate it while that's real draggy. And hopefully we can figure out what exactly is going on here. Hopefully it's just a crack in the intake manifold, and replace that and get this thing back going, because I think it's timed correctly. I don't think the gear is messed up. I went through the whole ignition system, it's fine. I went through the whole valve train earlier, it seems fine. So we're gonna start here, since all these bolts came out nice and easy, and we'll go from there. And anyway, I'm gonna get to cleaning this up a little bit, and we'll go from there. And sorry for the way these videos are pieced together right now. I'm still getting this figured out. We'll get it worked out to where it's smooth and nice for everybody to view. So I will get back to you. Okay, so now that that's off, sure is a lot of fuel getting sucked in. You know, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. I don't see any cracks in any of the gaskets. That's not to say they weren't leaking. So what I'm gonna do is clean this up and get a new gasket and put on there and go from there, because really don't see a crack there. And the manifold itself looks really good. I'm gonna clean these surfaces up. I like to get this thing machined one day, get it completely leveled. So, like I said, we're gonna take this assembly right here apart and clean it up real well. Since I can get up in here easily, I'm gonna get a lot of these components cleaned up and lubricated the best I can. And so we'll see how that makes the engine act after that. So once we get that done, if it's still acting the same, it looks like we're gonna have to do the difficult task of draining the coolant, removing the fan, removing the main crank pulley, and then removing that cover down there to get to the gears. But after checking the compression, which was really good on all cylinders, the front two were a little low. It was in the 90s. The middle two were just over 120 each, and the back two were just under 120 each. So it's got good compression. Valve train's working, so I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's out of time. I double checked all of the electronics. Even fixed a ground wire on the back of the coil. So I'm gonna inspect this a little bit better, get in here and get some good pictures, scrape this gasket off and clean it up. And we'll get a new gasket this week and slap on there and see how it works. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so a little bit of progress. Managed to get some of this cleaned up. Some of this gasket material has been on there so long, it's caked. So I'm having to go back over it multiple times with the razor to get it all the way down. The engine was overhauled at 47,000 miles. Not sure by who. I still got to get that back there, I know. But I don't know how good of a job he did scraping the original gasket off, because it looks like some of that may be there, but who knows. The gasket was on there, it's probably been there over 50 years. So a little bit more scraping to do. Cleaned the block up a little bit, cleaned the side up a little bit. Still got some more back here to do. Still got to take that linkage off. But we did do that, and then I did make a little bit of progress with the manifold. It's pretty dirty. I got it wire wheeled down pretty good. Can't decide if I want to get it sandblasted or not. Probably not. Just probably gonna hit it with some brake cleaner and clean it up, and then put a coat of paint on it. I did manage to get the flap working. Let's see. I don't think you can see it up in there. Yeah, I don't have the flash on. Can't turn it on after the fact either. That's so stupid, but anyway, maybe I can make an extension to this video and show you that. But anyway, that's the manifold there. So yeah, all right. So there's the flap functioning. So under cold weather conditions, this flap would be down and direct air up to the intake manifold to warm the engine up quicker. We want it to stay in this position, open and diverting directly to the exhaust all the time. So it's got a little weighted piece here. It had a spring and some other pieces here, but as you can see, that's gone, and I'm not sure what's missing, but we're not gonna worry with that. We're just gonna get this function like it's supposed to. A lot of cleanup I need to do in here. I think dirt daubers made their way all the way up the exhaust and got up in here at some point. I busted some of that up, but anyway, a little bit more work to do on the manifold, but it's cleaning up nicely. All right, well, thanks for watching.